So it looks like Rihanna is giving us our very first look at her son with A$AP Rocky. And is Nick Cannon having some regrets about having this many children? Plus, Tristan Thompson technically had a win in court because he didn't have to pay Marley Nichols as much money as she wanted for their child together. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So before we get into the Tristan Thompson situation or the Nick Cannon situation, shout out to Mariah. Mariah was just here in New York, well, this week in New York, celebrating Christmas. As you know, Mariah has really she is the queen of Christmas. I'm the king of Christmas, but she is the queen of it all. But Christmas, and she gave a fabulous performance from what I saw from our friends over at Travel with Silent. Here on YouTube, they have video footage of it, so be sure to check that out if you missed it. 'Tis the season, y'all, if you couldn't tell. Well, Rihanna gave us a gift this season by finally sharing video footage and pictures of her son. No name yet that we know of at the time of this recording, but her son with A$AP Rocky, that man, is adorable. I don't think we thought anything less, and he's a Taurus. I don't think that we would have thought anything less, and he's adorable. But in her very first TikTok, Rihanna took to her very first TikTok ever and posted video footage of them in the car, and it is as adorable as you would expect.
I'm trying to get mommy's phone. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah.
So once we find out the name, we'll talk more about that. I'm excited for Rihanna because she just seems like she was always a great aunt. Now she's a mom. This is just the next chapter in her life. And of course, we have the Super Bowl halftime show to look forward to. I know you're looking for new music. We already got Lift Me Up and another song for the Black Panther soundtrack. Don't expect any new music after that. At least not for now. She says the Super Bowl is one thing and new music is another. That's a quote. That's a quote. But I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl, and I'm looking forward because every time Rihanna, no matter how you feel about vocal ability or whatever you want to say about Rihanna, girl can put on a show. You remember her MTV performance, the one that she was being honored, and she went through all of her hits. That's what I'm thinking of. And now she's going to bring this to the Super Bowl stage, and it's going to be bigger and louder and probably have special guests. I'm excited for it. And I'm excited for Rihanna in this next chapter of her life. Not only does she have her music career, her business career, now she has her family. Congrats, Rihanna. Speaking of family, there's a theme to this video. You know, I always try to bring it together. I don't just put stories together. There's always a little bit of a theme every once in a while. So the theme is children. Let's talk about Tristan Thompson. So Tristan Thompson, we've been following this story with Marley Nichols for forever, to the point where happy birthday to Marley Nichols' son. Yeah, it's been a year, y'all. She gave birth to her son in December of last year. And that's when all of this story started playing out about the affair that Tristan Thompson had while he was still with Khloe Kardashian, still working out things with Khloe Kardashian, still working on having another child with Khloe Kardashian via a surrogate. So let's get into what this is saying in regards to how much Tristan Thompson will actually have to pay Marley Nichols in child support. I can't believe it's taken a year. Tristan, have you met your son? So Page Six reports this says Tristan Thompson will pay Marley Nichols nearly $10,000 per month in child support for their 1-year-old son, Theo, after settling their paternity lawsuit. The basketball player, who remains an unsigned free agent, also covered some of the fitness model's legal fees, TMZ reports. While Nichols has sole custody of their baby boy, the duo would determine a visitation schedule at a later date. I'm still thinking this man has not met his son a year later.
Can y'all believe this shit?
Thompson will also be listed as Steele's father on the birth certificate. In California, you can't just do that. You can't just say whoever the father is. It has to be legally done. I don't know. I don't know these things. I don't have these problems. So neither Thompson's attorney nor Nichols' rep immediately returned Page Six's request for comment. Nichols sued the 31-year-old basketball player last year, claiming that he fathered Theo, but Thompson vehemently denied it publicly. In legal documents obtained by Page Six at the time, Thompson appeared to threaten Nichols over child support and even encouraged her to get an abortion. You know, we've covered the story. Just go back and watch some of the videos. I even showed you the note, the alleged Snapchat message. He also allegedly offered her $75,000 to keep quiet about the baby. He also basically said to her, like, you're not going to get anything. I'm about to be retired. You're not going to get the bag that you think that you're going to get. Okay. So they said despite Thompson's best efforts to shut down the scandal, results of the paternity test proved that he was the father of Nichols' baby. Thompson issued a public apology to his now his ex-girlfriend, Khloe Kardashian, with whom he was actually expecting a second child with via surrogate at the time of Nichols' pregnancy. At the time, he was like, Khloe, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve the heartache and the humiliation I have caused you for the third time. I added that part. You don't deserve the way that I have treated you over the years. You're right. He says, I have the utmost respect and love for you, regardless of what you may think, but apparently no respect for your son, Theo, or the woman you had this child with. Okay. So as you also know, he has a child. Well, he has two children now with Khloe Kardashian. He also has a child with Jordan Craig, a 6-year-old son by the name of Prince. So when we were reporting on possible child support, according to reports, he pays Khloe Kardashian and Jordan Craig $40,000 a month. So the a little bit less than $10,000 a month to Marley Nichols is quite stunning. But the reason for that is because he's currently not playing basketball despite being worth over $100 million. So Mara, I mean, I know what you all are thinking. $10,000 a month is not bad. It's not bad. But when you think about it, there are going to be a lot of eyes on this kid. So there's certain things that she's going to have to do for this kid. You can't go to regular school. I don't know about security, but the judge and all of you lawyers will confirm in the comment section that they're determining this amount. There's a whole spreadsheet on determining how much she should get based off his current earnings. So when he does start playing, though, don't be surprised that we're reporting that she's going back to court and she's going to be requesting more money from Tristan. But $10,000, I mean, word on the street, she had a roommate. She was struggling. So finally, she'll be able, a year later, be able to get some sort of support from Tristan. No emotional support, but at least some financial support. Oh, goodness. Speaking of hot messes, so all of you were defending not all of you. A lot of you were defending Nick Cannon for having all of these children, 12 children by how many different baby mamas? He's still got a couple on the way. And we were all like, what the hell is Nick Cannon doing? Well, Nick Cannon is saying what we all were saying when he had like his 8th or 9th child. Yeah, we know you can afford it, Nick, but can you emotionally support all of these children that you're having around the country? It's not like they're all in the same state. It's around the country he's having all these children. Well, now he's admitting that he has a little bit of guilt because he doesn't have the time, because Nick is also booked and busy. So Nick says this: being a father of multiple kids, it's always the biggest guilt on me is that I don't get to spend enough time with all of my children. This is what Nick Cannon said during an episode of Paramount Plus's The Checkup with Dr. David Angus. 1, because I'm constantly working, and 2, because I'm just spread thin. Cannon, as you already know, and look, let's run down the list. Cannon shares 11-year-old twins Moroccan Monroe, and according to reports, Mariah wants Nick to spend more time with the kids. So he shares the 11-year-old twins Moroccan and Monroe with ex-wife Mariah Carey. He shares 3 kids with ex Brittany Bell, Golden, Princess, and Rise. He also shares an 18-month-old twin, Zion and Zillion, and daughter, beautiful Zeppelin, with Abby Del La Rosa. And he has more coming. Like, that's just giving you a rough estimate of the children that he has. Cannon has a 5-month-old legendary love with Bree TC and a 3-month-old daughter, Onyx Ice, with Lanisha Cole. The Wild Now host and Alyssa Scott's son, Zen, died from brain cancer about 5 months old. And they're also talking about that story, why they decided not to seek chemotherapy for their son, just because he was already suffering and it was already terminal. Sad. But he recently explained that he and Scott opted out of treating his baby with chemotherapy because they wanted to prioritize Zen's quality of life. But now they're expecting their second child together. There's got to be a bigger reason why he's doing it. He's not just doing this because he doesn't know how to put a condom on. He's not doing this just because he wants a big family, right? Because it doesn't make sense. We've never seen anything like this before. And as we've said before, I don't judge Nick Cannon in regards to having as many kids as he wants. It's having the many kids as he's having with different people, and he's not able to really spend that sort of time with the person. It would have been different if he had it with 1 or 2, maybe, different moms. But you have all of these moms, all of these kids around the country. God forbid, you better not have any outside the country. You're spread thin. You have a lot going on. His health is not great either. He suffers with his health. He has lupus, I believe. So there's so many elements of this. I don't know what Nick Cannon is doing. There's been all kinds of speculation that he's doing it because of this and to help him with his health. I don't know. But no one is surprised that he's feeling guilt because he doesn't have the time to spend with all of his children. And I know 20 years from now, we're probably going to be talking about these kids, their relationship with their dad and how they wish he was around more. I hope he's able to figure this out. I don't know the solution for this, but you made your bed and you probably should have gotten out of bed. Guys, happy Saturday. Let me know your thoughts in regards to Rihanna revealing her baby, Tristan Thompson paying far less than the $40,000 a month that people expected that he would pay to Marley Nichols, and Nick Cannon's feeling guilty. Are you feeling sorry for him? Woo, 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 Nick. Let's have that conversation in the comment section. And as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.